Years from now, people will look back at 2026 and ask themselves one question. Were you paying attention? Because right now, in real time, Pi Network is doing things that most crypto projects only promise in white papers. I have been on this journey since 2019, and I am going to tell you exactly why everything happening in Pi's ecosystem today is unlike anything I have witnessed in the past 6 years. Stay locked in, because this video covers ground that every serious pioneer needs to understand before this week is over. And welcome back to Crypto World. Before we get into it, drop a like on this video right now, and if you are not subscribed yet, tap that button. We publish content like this consistently, and you do not want to miss what is coming next. I still remember the exact moment I joined Pi Network. It was 2019, through a friend's referral, and I downloaded the app on a phone I was already using for everything else. Nobody around me understood what it was. Most people called it a scam. I kept mining anyway. Looking back now, that decision represents one of the longest, most consistent technology bets I have ever made. Not days, not weeks, not months, years. And the story of those years is one of the most underrated timelines in all of crypto. In 2019, Pi launched its official mobile mining feature. The early community was small, tight, and genuinely curious. In 2020, the network expanded globally at a pace that surprised almost everyone, and node testing began. In 2021, the enclosed mainnet roadmap was formally introduced. In 2022, the mainnet migration process and KYC rollout moved from concept into reality. In 2023, the Pi SDK ecosystem matured, and the developer platform gained serious traction. In 2024, hackathons accelerated, the ad network expanded, and app integrations grew in number and quality. In 2025, the open network transition phase moved forward, and external connectivity began increasing in meaningful ways. From a simple mobile mining app in 2019 to one of the most discussed cryptocurrencies in 2026. That is not a marketing tagline. That is a documented, verifiable progression that very few projects in this entire industry can match. If you have been part of this journey since the early days, drop your start year in the comments right now. I want to see how many genuine pioneers are watching this video. Now, let us talk about something that is happening right now and why it deserves far more attention than it is currently receiving. Banxa has been integrated directly into the Pi wallet. That is not a partnership announcement. That is not a roadmap item. That is a live, embedded, regulated fiat on-ramp sitting inside the wallet that pioneers are already using. Banxa's service supports card payments, Apple Pay, Google Pay, and bank transfers. It holds operating licenses across the United Kingdom, the European Union, Canada, Australia, and the majority of United States jurisdictions, and it operates on a global scale. What this integration does is remove one of the most persistent friction points in any crypto ecosystem, the gap between the money in a user's bank account and the digital asset they want to hold. For Pi specifically, this is enormous. It means a new user who downloads the Pi app today does not need to navigate a third-party exchange, does not need a separate account on another platform, and does not need to figure out how to move funds through multiple steps. The path from fiat to Pi is now native, compliant, and embedded. According to the way I see this development, the significance goes beyond convenience. Regulatory licensing is not a small detail. It is the infrastructure that makes mainstream adoption possible. When a financial service operates under licensed frameworks across major jurisdictions, it reduces counterparty risk, builds institutional confidence, and signals to regulators that the ecosystem is operating with accountability. For Pi Network, which has spent years building toward mainstream utility, the Banxa integration is a structural upgrade, not just a feature add. Here is something that most people in the Pi community are not fully unpacking yet, and it deserves serious attention. Inside the CiDi games economy, there is an asset called the Pi Elf Sigil, and its function is very specific. The Elf Sigil operates as the Continental Elf Marketplace asset. Its designated roles are trading, recycling, and marketplace fee management. This makes it structurally distinct from the other two core assets in the ecosystem. CiDiCoin handles consumption and payment. CiDiScore tracks progress and participation. The Elf Sigil governs transactions and market fees. Each asset has a defined economic function, and together they form a layered utility system that goes far beyond what most gaming and blockchain integrations have attempted. According to my analysis of how this structure operates, what CiD Games is building is not a simple play-to-earn model. It is a tiered economic framework where different assets serve different roles in the marketplace. The ELF sigil sitting at the transaction and fee layer means it has systemic relevance every time value moves within that economy. That is a position of consistent structural demand, and pioneers who understand game economies will recognize why that matters. I have to address this directly because ignoring it would be irresponsible. Pi network pioneers are currently facing a documented rise in scam activity that is specifically targeting the Pi community. According to warnings circulating through verified community channels, fraudulent actors are using Pi branding, the Pi logo, and Pi-related language to deceive users into making dangerous decisions with their wallets and their personal information. The sophistication of these scams has increased. Many of them appear professional at first glance. They use the visual language of legitimate Pi communications, which makes them harder to distinguish from real announcements. They rely on urgency. They present limited-time offers, fake airdrops, and early access opportunities designed to push users into acting quickly without verifying what they are engaging with. The reason Pi has become a high-value target for this kind of activity is directly connected to its growth. Millions of users worldwide. A large portion of them are new to crypto. New users have not yet developed the pattern recognition that experienced crypto participants use instinctively. They do not yet know how to identify a phishing link on site, how to recognize a fake website, or why no legitimate project ever asks for your private key. According to my observation of how these scam patterns typically operate, the emotional dimension is what makes them effective. Pioneers have invested years into this journey. When something appears to offer a reward connected to that investment, the emotional pull toward action is real. Scammers know this. They design their schemes around it. The practical defenses are straightforward. Private keys and wallet credentials do not get shared with anyone under any circumstances. Links received through social media or messaging platforms get verified before they get clicked. Applications only get downloaded from official channels. Device security features stay enabled, and software stays updated. Fake websites that mimic official Pi platforms are the most common attack vector right now. Social media impersonation of official Pi accounts is the second most common. Fake applications distributed outside of official channels are also being reported. Community awareness is the most effective first line of defense. When pioneers share verified information about active scam tactics, they reduce the reach of those tactics. The decentralized nature of the Pi community makes collective vigilance not just helpful, but essential. Let me give you the perspective that I think gets overlooked in most conversations about Pi right now. Everything happening in the Pi ecosystem in 2026 is arriving on top of 6 years of consistent, documented development. The Banxa integration does not exist in isolation. It arrives after KYC infrastructure, after mainnet migration, after SDK development, after hackathons, after the open network transition. It is a layer placed on top of a structure that has been built over the years. The pioneers who have been consistent throughout that process are not spectators. They are participants in an ecosystem that is now connecting to regulated financial infrastructure, building layered in-app economies, and navigating the security challenges that come with genuine scale. The digital economy being built through Pi Network is not a future projection. It is a present-tense construction happening right now, in real time, with infrastructure that is measurable and verifiable. PiCoin is not a promise of luxury tomorrow. It is a demonstration of what consistent participation over years of development produces. The pioneers who remain consistent today are not waiting for something to happen. They are already inside the system that is happening. That is everything for this video. I genuinely appreciate you watching this far, because this is the kind of content that takes real attention to absorb fully. If this breakdown added value to your understanding of Pi Network's current state, tap the like button before you leave. It takes less than a second, and it helps this channel reach more serious pioneers who need this information. Subscribe to Crypto World if you are not already on the channel. We cover the crypto space with the depth and honesty that the community actually deserves, and there are videos already on this channel that will give you even more context on everything we discussed today. Go explore them after this. Drop your Pi start year in the comments. I want to build a real picture of how many long-term pioneers are in this community. Until the next video, stay sharp, stay verified, and stay consistent. This video does not constitute financial advice or a recommendation and should not be treated as such. Always seek independent financial guidance from a qualified and regulated professional before engaging in any investment or financial activities.